For a long time, Hassan Joho was seen as a loyal soldier of ODM. At one time, he was even the deputy party leader, the coastal kingpin. Mombasa! A man who has said over and over again that Raila Odinga shaped his political life.
Hapa nilipofika ni mchango mkubwa wa marehemu Raila Amolo Odinga.
But politics has a way of revealing true intentions, especially when the center of gravity disappears. And that is exactly what happened. Because 2 days ago, a day that was meant to celebrate Raila's 81st birthday.
Happy heavenly birthday to Baba Raila Amolo Odinga.
Just like it was predicted by political analysts, ambition and greed took over. All of a sudden, Raila's legacy didn't matter.
Hatutangojea kupewa chama cha ODM, tutachukua chama cha ODM.
Mama Ida Odinga must not have believed her own 2 eyes, because that day, the 7th of January 2026, one man, Hassan Joho, was exposed as the #1 traitor of the ODM party and the man that Ruto has entrusted the single mission to kill ODM. Let me break it down. If you love this kind of content, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. Now let's get to the video.
That have been to the mountaintop, have seen the glory land. I may not get there together with you, but together you will get there.
It has been 2 months since the passing of Raila Odinga, and on a day that was supposed to be his birthday, 2 parallel events happened. One was in Karen at Raila's home. There, Mama Ida Odinga, Edwin Sifuna, and a small group of ODM leaders were meeting.
Today, Mama called me and she told me, Sifuna, you look like somebody who needs a hug. And I am eternally grateful, Mama, that I have come to your home and I've gotten that hug.
It was solemn. It was symbolic. Mama even hugged Sifuna and later made one thing very clear.
Edwin Sifuna and Secretary General Mar Party in Wood Baba. Unge kumodhi
She advised ODM to embrace dialogue, and Sifuna was listening because he promised to sit down with his critics, and a day later, that dialogue happened. That seemed like a party that was healing, but hundreds of kilometers away, at the coast, something very different was happening.
Mombasa ni kunoma. Kumechemka. Maana lile chungwa la ODM nilikuwa najua limegawanywa mara ngapi? Mara 3. Hivi sasa ni kama limegawanywa tena mara 4. Oh?
Hassan Joho presided over a separate event, and what unfolded there shocked many ODM supporters, because speaker after speaker stood up and said the same thing.
Waziri, umekeza hali na mali ndani ya chama cha ODM. Mheshimiwa Joho, you have invested a lot of your time, resources, and all you in ODM.
Kuhusu chama cha ODM, ndugu yangu Hassan Joho, umekitetea chama.
These were not whispers. These were not coded statements. These were demands. For the first time, it became clear that Joho does not just want to influence ODM. He wants the party for himself.
I defended my party kwa damu, kwa nguvu, kwa hali, kwa mali, kama ni noma noma, kama ni mbaya mbaya.
But you see, there's a problem with that, because ODM already has a party leader. It is Oburu Odinga, Raila's brother. So the question becomes unavoidable. How exactly does Joho plan to inherit ODM? Is it through elections, through consensus, or through something else? Because what unfolded at the coast did not look like people suggesting a democratic transition. It looked like people who are planning a hostile takeover.
Waziri, umekeza hali na mali ndani ya chama cha ODM. Hatutangojea kupewa chama cha ODM, tutachukua chama cha ODM.
Joho's ambition explains a lot. Yes, we have always known that he's an ambitious guy.
And some of us joined the party ODM because we believe one day, even us from the region here, hapa Jimbo la Pwani, hata mimi, I know one day I would have the ambitions to be the president of the Republic of Kenya through ODM.
But now the strategy is getting clearer. The plan appears to be, #1, destabilize ODM, break it away from being a national party, either capture it or fracture it, then align with William Ruto in 2027 and position himself for 2032 when he's going to vie for elections as the president.
Kwa kauli ya baba Hassan Ali Joho, si anatosha mwaka 2032.
You see, Joho himself has repeatedly said that it is now our turn to produce a president.
Mimi namwambia Mng'aro huyu, hii sura ya Hassan Joho muiangalie hii vizuri. Siku moja hii itakuwa sura rais hii. Itakuwa sura rais.
And make no mistake, that argument is not unreasonable, because if we are being fair, the coast, just like the Luhya community, has supported Raila Odinga 5 good times. So yes, they have the right to say, we have voted enough, now we want to lead. That part is valid. But the question is it the right way?
We, waziri, malizana hiyo akishindikana tuchukue chama na sisi hatutafanya A na B, tutachukua hiyo original. Manake tuko na shares hata sisi kubwa kwa hiyo chama.
You see, one of the loudest voices that is pushing Joho's takeover is Aisha Jumwa.
Mheshimiwa Joho, you have invested a lot of your time, resources, and all you in ODM. But ikiwa chama cha ODM hakitapewa Ali Hassan Joho, sisi wa Coast, we have to champion another political pathway. Na hatutaogopa. Ikiwa hawatampea Ali Hassan Joho, mimi nakwambia Hassani, usiogope.
But here's the problem. Aisha Jumwa is not in ODM. She is in UDA. So why is an UDA politician advising ODM on who should take over the party?
Usiogope. You have everything that it takes.
You know, we have seen Senator Cherargei do the same thing.
I'm warning Senator Sifuna to tread very carefully. His future in ODM looks bleak.
So it does not take rocket science to understand what exactly is happening.
Msifikiria mtatutoa kafara. Nawaambia, msifikiria mtatutoa kafara. Msifikiria mtatutoa chambo. Sisi wengine damu yetu ni moto.
This is bigger than Joho. President William Ruto has one clear objective, that there must be no national political party except UDA. And the strategy that he's using is simple: fragment opposition into regional parties, weaken collective bargaining power, then rule through a dominant center.
Kwa kuunga mkono kwa hali na mali. Kama noma, noma. Kama ni mbaya, mbaya.
For your information, ODM was truly the last national political party in Kenya. So if ODM collapses, then Coast will have to get a party. ODM will be a Nyanza party.
ODM sasa imekuwa chama ya Wajaruo. Hakuna kitu kingine. Ukitaja ODM ni chama ya Wajaruo. Kina Omosh wana kina Gaucho, kila mtu.
Western will have to get their party, and even Mount Kenya East will be forced to get a party. UDA will remain the only national force. That is not democracy. That is the soft return of one party state. You see, Kenya fought hard for multi-party democracy in 1992. People were jailed. People were beaten. Some even died. To dismantle that legacy, not through law but through political sabotage, it is a betrayal of the struggle. And if Joho succeeds, history will remember him not as a reformer, but as the man who helped Kenya bury the last national party.
Mombasa!
ODM members must now ask themselves, is Joho fighting for reform or for distraction? Is this about the coast, or is it about Ruto getting a second term?
Mimi nikisema Ruto, nyinyi mnasema nini? Ruto! 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 Ruto!
Are we witnessing ambition or orchestration? Because one thing is very clear. The road that Joho is using does not lead to a stronger ODM. It leads to fragmentation, regionalization, and the consolidation of power elsewhere.
Anaitwa bwana Ali Hassan Joho mwenyewe. Anasema kufikia sasa bwana yeye anajiona kama the perfect candidate kuchukua bwana kile kiti cha ODM kama mwenyekiti mwenyewe. Kisema ya kwamba bwana nafasi ile ya kumreplace Odinga yeye ndo anapaswa kuchukua. La sivyo, basi itabidi wajiondoe katika chama cha ODM. Ama ikiwezekana kama ni kujitoa watatoka na the original ODM.
If Kenyans allow this to happen, then the death of ODM will not be an accident. It will be a choice. Subscribe.